Hello and welcome back to the Gaming Tech channel, everybody. We're live on YouTube and Twitch, and here we are with our Forza Horizon 5 series. Today we're going to be starting this session off with a car that I've never driven before in Forza. It's the Nissan Fairlady Z, and it's also known as the 300ZX, so let's get started. This car was made in 1994. It's got a V6 twin turbo. Damn, it sounds really good. I actually did not expect it to sound this good. Wow. So this is about 270-ish horsepower. And the torque is around the same, I believe. I don't know the exact numbers, but we'll take a look at that in a little bit here. Let's just see how it drives in its stock configuration. It's front engine, rear wheel drive. Very unique body shape, you know. And I believe it has T-tops. I'm actually blown away by the sound. It sounds really good. The shadow on the rear window looks kind of weird. It looks like the rear window is broken, but it's not. Why does it look like that? I have no idea. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a VQ engine, but a little bit better. It sounds somewhere in between a GTR and a VQ. After all, it's a Nissan, right? Sounds like a G37 to me, or a 370Z. Nice, revs to 8,000 RPM. That's pretty good. Let's see if it's got a 5-speed or 6, I'm not too sure. But it's definitely a manual. Nice power. It revs up really smooth. I've had this car for a while in my garage. I believe I won it in a championship, but I just never got the chance to drive it. So here we are today, driving this car for the first time. Even the downshifts sound nice. Let's take a look at the interior. It's giving me Supra vibes. The interior is very basic. Again, it's from the same era as the Supra, so very similar. I know it's not the same. So we got a turbo gauge right below the speedometer. It shows the boost. That's really nice. That's a neat feature. So it looks like the stock boost goes up to 7 pounds. But once we mod this thing and add more boost, that boost gauge is going to be pegged the entire time. The engine sounds even better from the interior. We got quad exhaust, and that looks like a hatchback to me, honestly. Doesn't look like a regular trunk at the back. I really like the sound. Usually V6s don't sound that great, but this one sounds really good. Oh, what was that? The game just had like a little hiccup. Do you see that? We had a dip in the FPS. Let me see if the stream is still going good. Yeah, it's going good. I don't know what that was. That was weird. Let's do a top speed run. It's got long gears. I like the power delivery, it's nice. Man, this car gets 10 out of 10 for sound. It's a nice sounding V6. $150 miles. Nice. The car is bone stock. After this uphill, we'll shift it into 5th gear. Rev it a little bit more before we shift into 5th. There we go. 5th. Still pulling. That's nice. The twin turbos are putting in all the work. We don't have a 6th gear. It's only a 5-speed. I just checked. Can't upshift it any further. That's fine. Not bad, not bad. Alright, let's just say it can do 160 on a slight downhill. How is it on turns though? We gotta check that. Brakes alright. Not the best, but they work. I don't know why the back window looks so weird. Like it's broken. I don't get that. There's very minimal body roll, almost non-existent, and it doesn't handle that bad, honestly. It doesn't need that much work on the suspension, I would say. Just in terms of power, it's a little bit down on power. Or maybe if you put a 10-speed in here, like how we always do in most of the cars, that will really wake up this engine. That was a little e-brake drift right there. That was pretty good. It's a nice balanced car, honestly. A nice cruiser. A nice budget sports car, if you ask me. I believe these are kind of hard to find these days. If you're in the used market looking for this car. I haven't seen a lot of these. Maybe like 20 years from now, or at least 10 years ago. These were still available. Now I feel like they're a rare gem. So the boost doesn't really kick in until like 4,000 RPM, as you can see. No boost, and boost. And the boost kind of fades away around like 6,500. It does rev to like 8,000, but it's barely making any boost in the top RPM range. The sweet spot is between 4 to 6, I would say. You can tell that it's a little underpowered, or not geared right for drifting at least. But when you're going in a straight line, you can't really tell. I think if this car had around 500 horsepower, it would be perfect. It's around just below 300, so adding like maybe 200 extra horsepower would just make it perfect. I might just keep the 5-speed for now. There's no point of switching to a 10-speed just yet. So let's start with adding more power. More power. So what do we have right now? Let's see. 276 horsepower. And 283 torque, so it makes more torque than horsepower. That's a healthy engine right there. 2.96 liters, so 3-liter twin turbo. That's a pretty good recipe right there, if you ask me. So right off the bat, we don't want to do too much to it. Let's just see what it does if you upgrade the turbos and nothing else. So we can get almost 100 extra horsepower, 94 horsepower, if you add race turbos. I'm not gonna add anti-lag turbos just yet. It's just going to be too much noise, and we're not really making it into a full-blown race car. So race turbos will be just fine, just enough. So let's hear the sound difference between all of them. So stock. You can kind of hear the blow-off valve, but not too much. And sport twin turbo. It revs a lot quicker with the 4 turbo. I think it's making boost a lot quicker. And race turbos, race twin turbos. Oh, now you can hear the blow off valve. I like that. I like that. So with race twin turbos, we'll be at 370 horsepower, 379 foot-pounds of torque, which is really good, honestly. These numbers are amazing. So if you just add turbos, we have 94 extra horsepower. And I'm thinking, let's check out the exhaust setups. I feel like we might ruin the sound by adding an exhaust, or we might make it better. Let's see how it does. So this is stock. Now street. No. No, I don't like that. Sport. It's the same as street but louder. And now race. Honestly, I like the race exhaust. It has the same profile as a stock exhaust sound, but more deeper and more a race car sound like. Alright, we're gonna do exhaust, and we'll do intake so turbos can breathe better. You can hear the extra induction sound, the growl. And we're right at the 400 horsepower mark. Almost there. I like that. And if you add cams to it, we'll be right below 500, and that's a pretty good range. But adding cams is gonna offset our power and torque. We're gonna have more horsepower and less torque. Right now, we almost have the same amount of torque as our horsepower, actually a little bit more. So for now, let's just leave it with the race twin turbos, race exhaust, race intake. You get like extra over 100 horsepower compared to stock. These are good numbers. And for now, I think that's it. We can add brakes because, you know, we're going to be going faster with more power. So having more braking power is going to be beneficial. Yeah, let's just go with race brakes. And the tires, I don't want to increase the width just yet. Let's just work on the compound. So if you go with slick race tires, we're going to get the best handling and all that. And we're not going to go with drag tires because it's not a drag car. But you know what I'm thinking? Let's just not go all the way with race slick race tire compound just yet. I'm gonna go with street sport and semi-slick race tire compound. Semi-slick or slick? We're gonna go with semi-slicks. We don't have that much power going on right now. Yeah, it's gonna have better handling and all that, but we will lose launch? How come the launch is worse with slick race tire compounds? I don't get that right now. Maybe the gearing is off? Yeah, it could be the gearing because we're still in the stock 5-speed. You know what? Tires can wait. The compound can wait. We're just gonna get this set up right here. Turbo exhaust, intake, and brakes. That's it. Perfect. We're spending 11,200 on this car, and that's enough for now. That's enough. Let's see how it does now. You know what? I actually want to change the color of this car. Let's change the color real quick. Without taking too much time. That's a really nice color, dude. Alright, we're gonna go with this right here. And yeah, that's it for now. I can't believe that's the stock color. Nice. It's lighting up the tires now. The car is more lively now. Still in the stock suspension, stock tires, stock gearbox, or transmission if you want to call it. It was a pretty simple setup, but does the job. This stock suspension is actually kind of tight. I like it. I'm impressed by the stock suspension. Look at that. It's so easy to handle. That extra 100 horsepower made the, made all the difference. That's exactly what I was looking for. Before, 160 was our top speed, 160 miles, but now we're doing 170 and it's still pulling. And we ran out of room. Better stop now. I've never driven a car that handles this well on the stock suspension, with extra 100 horsepower compared to stock. I'm sure this car can handle even 100 extra horse on top of this, so close to 500 total, without needing any like additional mods. Alright, we're gonna take it on the highway. Do one more top speed run before we add any more power to this car. It peels out in first gear now. It didn't do that before. I don't know if I should add more power or do some weight reduction. Maybe both? If we do both, we're definitely gonna have to add better tires. Top speed run number 2. My guess is 180 miles. On a slight downhill, just like before. We hit 160 on the slight downhill. We're already at 170. It's probably got another 10 miles in it. Easily. On the downhill, of course. Come on, 300 ZX. I know you got 180 miles in you. We're almost there. Come on. 180. Still pulling. Wow. Not bad for 400 horsepower. And 400 torque. I saw 184 there in total. Nice. I like that. Those are some nice, solid numbers. Time to add a little bit more power. Let's reduce a little bit weight, or maybe a good amount of weight, and add better tires. That's the plan. All right. I'm just going to turn my cam off for a second here. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So let's get started. Let's see how much weight we can take off this car. So it's pretty light from factory, only 3245 pounds. Anything below 3500 pounds is pretty good, I would say. And anything below like 2800 pounds is really, really good. So we can actually take off 609 pounds, bringing it down to only 2636 pounds. That's really good. Should we do that? I think we should. So that improves our 0 to 60 times, 0 to 100 mile times, and top speed also improves. That's great. Yeah, this car is really gonna wake up with the lighter frame, lighter body. Perfect. We just made it light. I don't want to touch the suspension just yet, all because the stock suspension handles super nice. So I'll wait on that. I'll only upgrade the suspension if I feel like it needs the upgrade. But we are gonna upgrade the tire compound for sure, because the car is really light now. It needs more grip. So right off the bat, I think we should just go with the slick race tire compound, because why not, right? We're not going to be taking this car off-road, so I'm not worried about that. We're going to have the best braking and handling by going with slick race tire compound. So yeah, we're going to do that. And let's add more power. A little bit more power. I actually don't want this car to be an S1 car. So maybe I can just do other bolt-ons. A race fuel system, okay. Race ignition, alright. We'll be at 799. Right below S1 class. That's perfect. So we have intake, fuel system, ignition, exhaust, and race twin turbos. Everything else is stock. Transmission and all that is still stock. And the width of the tires is also stock, so I did not increase the width of the tires. We're only 225 millimeters on the back and 225s on the front, so we got a square setup here. We can actually increase that to 305s in the front. Wow. And 305s in the back. Okay, I mean, we can obviously do that if we upgrade the engine more and add more power, but for the power levels that we have right now, the 225 millimeter might seem like the tires are thin, but we have the nice compound on there, so it should be okay. Alright, here's the next step of the setup. Race weight reduction, slick race tire compound, race fuel system, and race ignition. We already have the intake, exhaust, and the turbos. And can I add a clutch in there without putting into S1? Not really. If I want a race clutch, it's gonna put us in S1. How about the transmission? Yeah, same thing here. If I add the any race transmission here, no matter what speed, 8 speed, 9 speed, 10 speed, it puts us in S1. So let's not worry about this right now. What about a drive shaft? Okay, we can do the drive shaft. That's fine. We can do the drive shaft and it'll be right at 800. So, do I want to do the drive shaft or the flywheel? Because these are both rotational mass items. Can't do this because it puts us in S1. So let's just do the drive shaft here. We'll be at the top of S1. I mean, top of A-class, 800. Without going into S1. Not that I care about putting this car in S1. I just want to have a nice, balanced A-class car. Because if we go into the S1 territory, we might as well just max this thing out. And I'm not trying to max it out just yet. We're taking our time, just stepping it up slowly. There we go. I just saw that we had some dropped frames on the stream. That's not good, but it went away. I think it's smooth now. That's good. If anybody's watching, please let me know if the stream is smooth or if it's being a little jerky. It's smooth on my end now. Alright, now our car is a nice balanced A-class car, top of his class at 800. Let's keep it this way. It goes. It's got plenty of grip, plenty of power, and the power to weight ratio is great now. I like it. This is a great setup. We're already 180 miles. Wow. I'm sure this car can do 200 now on a downhill. 185, and we're on a slight uphill right now. Almost straight, almost flat. 190 on a flat surface, but I'm sure as we go downhill, it's gonna hit 200 easily on the stock 5-speed without adjusting the gear ratios. This is really good. Come on, 300ZX. Show me 200. I saw 195. That's plenty. That's honestly plenty for around 400 horsepower. We have more than 400 now. How much do we have again? Let me double check. We have 426 horse, 437 torque, 22 pounds in weight. And the weight displacement, the weight distribution actually, is pretty good. It's almost 50-50. Almost. 53-47. It's got plenty of power, plenty of grip. This car is solid. I wonder if you can do like some sort of event with this car just to see how well it does in terms of racing. So let's find something here. I'm pretty sure I've completed like everything on the map. What's this right here? It's a drift zone. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any racing events. Yeah, dude, this is crazy. We have done all the racing events. Come on, give us Forza Horizon 6 already. I can't wait for that game. Yeah, I don't see anything on the map that needs to be done. Everything is already done. Literally everything. I'm not talking about like speed signs or drift zones. I'm talking about racing events. Yeah, they're all done. The Juggernaut? Oh, we can do that, but of course we can't use this car in the Juggernaut. Let's just drive down there. It'll be nice to drive there at least, so we'll do that. Drive to the Juggernaut on these hills. Yeah. It'll be nice. Let's do that. This car's got a nice 5-speed. I like the gear ratios. I like the final drive. Car stops good. I don't want to take it on the dirt road. Is there a different way to get there? Or is this the only way? Come on, dude. I don't want to go on the dirt road. Yeah, we'll take the longer way, the longer route. This car is not meant for dirt. Money shift. Nice Ferrari, bro. What was that? 488? Okay, here's the question. I thought we were doing the Juggernaut. How do we start it? Huh? So how do we start this event? That makes no sense. Is it just like a drift zone that we have to go through? I don't know. I don't see anything on the map. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch my car. Because we're definitely in the wrong car for this kind of terrain. Audi Sport Quattro. No, I'm not trying to do the danger sign, bro. How do we start the Juggernaut? Anybody want to help me out? How do we start this event? Trailblaze. Okay, I mean... Because most events, you just go up to them and you start them. And what about this one? Bro, where's the starting point at? Why is it giving us arrows on the map? Oh, wait, what? We have a red arrow on our mini-map. So what's that about? Is the Trailblazer the Juggernaut? I am not sure right now. What's even happening? Alright, I'm just gonna follow the map right here. Maybe that is the Juggernaut event. It's different than like the usual Juggernaut event. That's a Trailblaze, bro. Maybe the Trailblazer event is a Juggernaut event. I have no idea right now. Let's just do what the map is telling us to do. Follow the red arrow. Come on, Audrey. Audi. Is it Audi or Audi? I believe it's Audi. I like the 5-cylinder turbo in this car. Sounds good. I think I picked out the right car for this event. This car is also bone stock right now. Doing pretty good. After all, it's a rally car. Oh no, 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 no! Come on, Audi. Sport Quattro. Quattro? I keep saying Quattro. It's Quattro. Sport Quattro. That's right. Who's trying to follow us? A Toyota Celica? Bro, I ran into a freaking tree. No! I'm trying to finish this event, bro. Did we finish it? What the hell was that? Is it still on the map? Huh. Of course, we did not complete the Juggernaut because we never started this event. I have no idea how to even start it because I did not see a start point. We started doing the Trailblazer run, and even the Trailblazer run, I don't even know how many points we got for that or if he even finished it or not. But we did just race all across the map. So there's that. So there's that. I've attempted to do that Juggernaut event multiple times, but every time we try to start it, like, it just, you know, doesn't give us the option to officially start the event. I don't know what the deal is, but that's the deal. Anyways, I just saw something else on the map. Whoa, where was it? I saw a different kind of event somewhere here. Like a Horizon story event. What about this right here? No, it's already done. We've already done like everything other than that Juggernaut event that we can't figure out how to start. That's crazy, right? Anyways, let's move on. Wait, what about this right here? Have I done that? Yup. What about this? Yup. We're pretty much done with this game. Can't believe I'm saying that. Let's go back to our Fair Lady Z Nissan 300ZX. Here we are. Back to where we started. Let's get it back on the road. Yeah, somebody help me out on the Juggernaut event. How do we freaking start that event? I have no idea. Alright. Now, before we finish off the stream, here's the plan. Let's max out the stock engine on this car. Let's add a 10 speed and some wider tires. And that's it. So we need to add cams. That adds 93 extra horsepower. Better valves. Bigger block. So we'll be at how many liters? 3.4 liters. Okay. Race pistons. We already have the turbos. Bigger intercooler. We already have everything else, like all the bolt-ons. We just needed to max it out. So maxed out 300ZX engine in Forza gives us 604 horsepower, 537 foot-pounds of torque. And honestly, these numbers are good, but they're not good enough for us to max out the tire width. I'm going to leave that at 225s just because we have race tire compound. No need to go with 305s. We're not running like 1000 horsepower or 1200. So now we will upgrade the transmission. Let's add a 10 speed. Race stiff. And let's finally add a should we add the suspension or not? No, you know what? Let's leave the suspension stock because it handles so damn well, even in the stock suspension. So we're leaving the suspension stock. We just have the race brakes and the race weight reduction. And that's it. We are finally maxing out this car, maxing out the stock engine. So we're gonna be in the S1 class now. Doesn't really matter. That's okay. So that's gonna be the final setup for this car. We're not gonna upgrade it any further. That's all right. So let's see how it does with this final setup here. 604 horse, 537 foot-pounds of torque, 2770 pound weight. And let's take a look at the gearing here. The gearing is pretty short if you ask me. I think I want to make it a little longer, which will help with our 0 to 60 and 0 to 100 and top speed. It helped. So we made the gearing a little longer just because we have 10 gears and they were super short to begin with. Ooh, okay, spicy now. The car is spicy now, bro. So since we have the race compound, we have the grip, but since we don't have the wide tires, we can still kind of slide it around and lose grip when we want to. So it's a great setup. Honestly, dude, even with 604 horsepower, the stock suspension is still on point. I can't believe that. I can't believe I'm saying that. We have double the power. from like 280 something to 604, so that's double the power. And the stock suspension on this car is so good. Even with the weight reduction and all that, it's still doing really well. There's no body roll. There's barely any nosedive when you brake. It's perfect. Look at that. Oh, wow. I can't believe we're drifting this car with very slick tires. Look at that, dude. The control. And we're only able to do that because we didn't upgrade the tire width. If we did that, it would have way too much grip for the power level that we have right now. Alright, time to test out our new top speed with our latest setup. Let's take it to the highway. Even 600 horsepower can feel fast when the car is this light. 2,600 pounds, 600 horsepower, and a 10 speed. You know the recipe. It's a good recipe. It almost feels like 1,000 horsepower and 4,000 pounds. But it's not. Alright, are we going the right way for the highway? Yep, we just gotta go straight and that's it. Alright everybody, time for the top speed run with our final setup on 300ZX. Can I hit the 220 claim top speed? I think it can. $205. Oh, we crashed. $215. Maybe if you turn around and give it one more go, we might be able to hit 220. Hitting 220 with 600 horsepower is a pretty good, you know, thing. It might take a slight downhill to hit 220, but maybe it's gonna do it. Maybe. Come on, come on. We already hit 215, so I know it can do 215 for sure. Give me 220. My bad. I don't think it's gonna do 220. 215 is the max so far. Oh, BMW X5. Yep. 215 is the best this car can do on the current gearing and the current power levels. And honestly, 215 is a pretty good number for what it is. 600 horsepower, 604. We still got room to improve. We can put a bigger engine in here. We can add bigger tires. As you know, we can add 305s in the front and rear. We only have 225s right now. So that's for another time. But this is it for this stream. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.